Good evening, everyone. My name is James T. Stuckey. Quickly about me, I am from Chicago, Illinois. I moved out here in 2004. I have one child, and I moved out here with, yeah, I'm a little tall. I moved out here with her mother. She left, I stayed. And now I'm running to be your councilman. So I'm gonna, I looked at these questions, and the first thing I did was I had this big old speech that I had prepared. And I'm like, okay, that's way more than 10 minutes. So I figured what I'd do is I would come in here and I would just read the question to myself and then I would answer it to you guys. That way I can get through all of them. So do I think the master plan should be updated? No. Standing here right here tonight in front of you, I would say no. No more than we should change the Constitution. Now, as far as being updated, if I listen to you and the majority of you are like, hey, we need to update the master plan, then, I will try to convince the other council members and other voters that, okay, this is what would be best for our community. Because the majority of the people who come to meetings like this and everything says, James, this would be best. So there's that one. The growth ordinance. Like we've all said, Boulder City is unique because it's a small town. I'm from Chicago, so it's like, this is where my mom always was trying to move her 3 boys. This is a place I want my little one to grow up at. I've met some really, really nice people in this town. This town has been good to me. One of the reasons I'm running to be your councilman, okay? Now, that being said, because of the I-11, it made me think, okay, we want to stay small, but at the same time, we have to sustain ourselves. We have businesses here that have been here a long time and will be fine. Foxes will be fine. Milo's will be fine. There are a couple of places here, Coffee Cup will be fine, but we have antique shops. We have 5 competing gas stations. We have to ensure we can to self-sustain ourselves. That if we don't want to grow and bring in 3,000 more residents, then we have the means to keep our businesses here flowing. Okay? I have a bazillion ideas, but like I said, I'm not going to get into that. How do I plan to hear the concerns of the community? And this will go in actually with number 2, will you seek changes or keep it the same? I'm setting up a website right now. I thought I had until June to speak, And then, I hear primary and it's February already. So I got, a month to earn you guys' vote, which is not a lot of time. So setting up a website, yes, I will be knocking on doors, good old-fashioned campaigning, because that's what you do. You go out there and you talk to the people. You find out their concerns. Then you address them to the best of your ability. You try to convince the other council members. If they're saying something that you don't like, well, I've talked to quite a few people. They don't like this. So I would be your voice and try to be, your, there's a word that I can't think of right now, but I would be your voice when it comes down to it. That's what I want to be. I'm not trying to change everything because I'm just one person. There's 4 other people up there. But I will speak for you. Not just what I think should be done or nothing like that. I have to know what you want. Do I agree with complete transparency? Yeah, absolutely. You guys pay taxes here. You guys live here. You should know what's going on. Now, I don't know, because this is my first time running for office, so I don't know how city council works. I don't know if there's things that I'm not supposed to say and would put me in jail if I did tell you guys. But if it doesn't, there's no reason you guys can't go to the website, because I'll be putting up YouTube videos every week, letting you know my ideas, wanting to hear your thoughts, addressing your thoughts and everything. And that's how you'll know what's going on. That's how I'm going to keep you informed. The historic buildings. Absolutely. That's one of the great things about this place. we have like these buildings, and to lose those, then we might as well become a big metropolis or something like that, because we lose like the core of what makes us a great community, a great town. You know, people come out here because it's quiet, it's rustic in a sense. You know, it has history. That dam and the people, I'm quite sure a lot of you guys as parents or grandparents worked on a dam and built this town, and you want to leave that behind for your kids and their kids. I know I mean, nobody in my family helped build it, but I love this place because of stuff like that. You know, so how would I? Well, we would all have to. We would all have to get together in meetings like this and come up with a plan. I would come hear your plan, have fundraisers, get-togethers, and especially get some younger faces in here as well, because that's where this town is going to be left to. This is an inherited town, so we have to get them involved as well. And then, yeah, it won't be anything to keep this place the way that it is. I-11, I kind of touched on it. Tourism is one of them. Businesses, especially the ones on the outer edge of our town. Right now, I guess I would like for us to get together as a community and talk about it. You know, if you don't want to build more houses, you don't want to blow up like that, because actually if you put more housing, then you just put more traffic, because we only have one way in and one way out, which takes away from the even point of building the freaking bypass. So sorry, tickled myself there. So yes, I think we should find ways to market ourselves, first of all, because my granddaddy always told me, take care of home first. Okay? Not trying to bring in a whole bunch of new businesses right off the bat without knowing how we're going to first take care of the ones we got here. Keep people coming in to see Milo's, because yes, people go to the Hoover Dam. Yes, people go to Lake Mead. I've lived here long enough to see the Lake Mead is kind of slowly going down. It's not the greatest attraction in the world. People got, 3 different ways to get to Hoover Dam, you know? So those people who would come through and get stuck in those traffic jams and stop at Sinclair's or go to McDonald's or Subway or say, you know what, skip it, let's just go down here and let's go find a place to have a drink, and up at the backstop, Milo's, Jack's, you know, we potentially lose them. I'm not saying that we will, because I've talked to a couple of business owners, and they say, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be better, this, that, and the other. But the way I look at it is, yeah, because you already have your business, you know. We got to also think about those antique shops around the corner there. I even think about the bowling alley. I go in there sometimes, and I'm the only one bowling, you know. There's nothing wrong with getting a little bit more up in here. That way, we don't have to worry about more residents because we have our tourism. What do you want Boulder City to look like in the next 5 years, 10 years? I'm sorry, you guys. Sometimes it's best to think before you speak. So just give me a second on this one. Because I want it to look the same. I like the way it looks. I like the feel. For some reason, it seems like the sun shines brighter in Boulder City than anywhere else. But at the same time, I want it to look good for my kid and those kids we have over in that high school who we're going to leave this town to. So I think I want us to progress, but progress in a way that's conducive for all of us. Like a balance, where it's like, it's not like bustling out. We don't have a whole bunch more traffic, but at the same time, we're sustaining ourselves enough where our kids will have better jobs than just McDonald's or Subways or things of that nature. Not saying there's nothing wrong with them, but I'm just saying it's not bad to have jobs that, you know, gives you a good standard of living, in a sense. So I've heard some different types of jobs to put on this I-11 from different business owners and stuff like that. And when I give you my website, please, you know, yay or nay. and then give me your ideas. Because there's nothing wrong with growth, but if we want to keep this town small, then we have to get together and talk about how we're going to do this. My 5 primary fund contributors, me, and then just those people who I've earned their respect over the years, who believed in me. Because when I threw my hat into this race, people looked at me like, really? James, are you really going to do this? I was like, yeah. First thing they said was, okay, you got my support. And I was like, no, I don't want it like that. I don't want you to vote for me because you know me. I want you to vote for me because you like me. I want you to vote for me because I gave out my platform and I've earned your vote. And that's what I'm going to try to do in the next month with everyone in here. Thank you.